If you've ever watched Nickelodeon in the early 2000s, you might want to stop this video right now. I'm not saying that to sound dramatic. I'm saying it because the last 3 people I know who try to dig into this, people just like me, they're gone. Not dead. Not missing in a way that makes sense. Just gone. No trace. Like they were erased. I shouldn't be recording this. Hell, I shouldn't even be talking about it. But if I don't say something, it's going to stay inside me, and that's worse. So, I'm leaving this here. For anyone curious enough, or stupid enough, to listen, what I found wasn't just a cartoon. It was something alive. Something that shouldn't exist, yet somehow crawled its way into our childhood memories and hid there, smiling at us through bright colors and laugh tracks. You think you know those shows? The goofy voices, the slime, the innocence? Yeah, that's what they wanted us to think. That's what they wanted burned into our heads. Because the truth? It's uglier than you can imagine. And it all starts with a single episode. One that Nickelodeon tried to erase. Not because of lawsuits or bad ratings. Not because it was offensive. But because if you saw it, if you really saw it, something inside you broke. And I saw it. The worst part? Once you've seen it, it doesn't let go. It follows. It watches. It waits. Before I tell you how I found it, you need to understand why this episode even existed. Because the story behind it, that's where the real horror begins. I grew up on Nickelodeon. Saturday mornings were sacred, cereal in hand, blanket wrapped around me like armor, waiting for those bright orange splashes and that pop sound that felt like a secret handshake between me and the channel. Remember those bumpers with the slime and the goofy sound effects? Yeah, that's where it started for me. Life was simple back then. Cartoons weren't just entertainment. They were safe zones, warm little worlds you could disappear into when everything else sucked. Fast forward a couple of decades, and nostalgia's basically a drug. So, when I found a box of old VHS tapes in my parents' attic, I felt like I'd just hit the jackpot. SpongeBob, Rugrats, Fairly Odd Parents. Every show that built my childhood was sitting there, waiting. I figured I'd digitize them. Maybe even upload some clips for a fan project I'd been planning. People love retro stuff, right? So that night, I set up my old VCR, hit play, and let those fuzzy, grainy images pull me back in. It felt good at first. Like a time machine. The colors, the voices, even the ads for toys long dead. It all came rushing back. But then, somewhere between the laughs and the slime, something felt off. I couldn't place it at first. Just a flicker, a sound that didn't belong, like static breathing between the frames. I didn't even notice the mistake the first time I played the tape. It was late, way past midnight, when I found it. At the bottom of the stack, there was this plain black tape. No label, no scribbled title like the others, just dust and a strip of old masking tape half peeled off. I almost tossed it aside, but curiosity's a bitch. I popped it in, thinking maybe it was a blooper reel or some forgotten pilot. The screen lit up with that familiar orange splash, but something was wrong. The font on the title card wasn't the bubbly Nickelodeon style. It was jagged, uneven, like someone hand-scratched it onto the frame. The music slowed down, lower, like the theme song had been run through a meat grinder. Then came the characters, ones I recognized. But their eyes, they didn't look at each other. They stared forward, at me, their smiles stretched too wide, frozen like masks. The laugh track kicked in, but it wasn't canned laughter. It sounded real, wet, like someone choking between laughs. I told myself it was just bad compression. Old tapes glitch like that all the time. That's what I told myself as the colors bled and the voices warped into something sharp, something almost human. I almost stopped the tape right there. God, I wish I had. But then the episode changed halfway through. I couldn't shake it. I told myself it was just a glitch, some messed up tape that got corrupted after years in a box. But when I tried to sleep, all I could see were those smiles. Frozen, wrong, too sharp for the faces that wore them. The next day, I played the tape again. Slower this time, frame by frame. That's when I saw it, just for a blink. A single black and white shot spliced between scenes. A hallway, long and empty, with doors on both sides. The image was grainy, but something about it felt real. Like it wasn't a cartoon cell at all, but an actual photograph. I told myself it was some old editing trick. A joke maybe. But then I found another. And another. Faces flashed in the static. Real faces. Eyes wide. Mouths open like they were screaming. I ripped the file onto my laptop and checked the metadata. The file name wasn't in English. Just a string of Cyrillic letters and numbers. Don't Patagavania 42 Patagavinic. Avi. At the bottom corner of the video, burned into the frame, were numbers I hadn't noticed before. 09:14:32:07. A timestamp? A countdown? I searched everywhere. Google, fan forums, deep Reddit threads. Nothing. No mention of this episode. It didn't exist. So I posted about it. Just a quick thread. Anyone ever seen this lost Nickelodeon episode? A few hours later, I got a DM. Stop digging. For your own good. That should have scared me. Should have made me quit. Instead, it made me dig deeper. I wasn't the only one who'd seen it. But none of them are around anymore. The next time I played it, things were different. At first, I thought I'd just missed details before, but no. This was new. The background of the cartoon, the walls, the furniture, they looked familiar. Too familiar. It took me a second to realize why. It was my room. The same cracked paint. The same crooked lamp in the corner. Okay, that wasn't there before. Right? Right? I muttered, half laughing, half choking on my own breath. Then, one of the characters turned, slowly, like their joints were rusted, and stared at the screen. At me. And then it spoke my name. My real name. Not some generic, hey you. No. My full name. I froze. My hands hovered over the keyboard, but the UI had glitched. The controls vanished. I couldn't pause it. Couldn't close it. I even yanked the power cord, and the screen stayed on for 3 whole seconds before going black. That's when I noticed the whispers. Beneath the static, there were voices, soft, layered, almost pleading. I recorded the audio and reversed it. You're next. Over and over. 100 voices. All saying the same thing. And those timestamps burned into the corner? I Googled them. Every single one matched a date and time of something. I called a friend. Put him on. Check this out. You know why? But it sounded hollow. I can't. It won't stop. I can't show you what happened next, because I'm pretty sure it's illegal. But I had to finish it. I had to know how it ended. The last 5 minutes felt like an autopsy of my childhood. Everything I thought I loved was gutted and laid bare, piece by piece. The cartoon world began to melt. The bright colors drained into shades of gray, then black, then something raw and fleshy, like muscle under peeled skin. The characters' faces sagged, sliding down their skulls like wet clay. Their eyes bulged, veins bursting through sclera, and when they opened their mouths, the sound wasn't dialogue, it was screaming. But not just screaming. Underneath, I heard laughter. Children's laughter. Dozens of kids giggling in a hollow, echoing loop, layered over shrieks like someone had stitched them together with barbed wire. The background, my room, was gone. Now it was something else. A corridor lined with doors the same one I'd seen in those hidden frames. Only this time, the doors weren't closed. They hung open like broken jaws, and inside each one faces. Faces from those flashes. Mouths open, eyes empty. Then the screen started flashing. Not cartoon anymore. Real images. Quick, sharp cuts. Missing person flyers. Old Nickelodeon studio photos. A morgue slab with a sheet pulled back just enough to show pale teeth. And then me. My own reflection, clear as day, but not on the glass of my monitor. Inside the episode. Staring out. Smiling. Wider than any human mouth should. I froze. Couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. The laughter got louder, and the screen started pulsing like a heartbeat. Then everything went black. But the reflection didn't go away. And then someone knocked on my door. I shut the laptop, but it was too late. Since that night, everything's wrong. My phone lights up at 3:14 a.m. with old Nickelodeon jingles. My TV turns on by itself, stuck on static that whispers my name under the white noise. I went grocery shopping yesterday, trying to feel normal, but the billboard outside the store, some cheery cartoon ad, blinked at me. I swear it did. Just once. Slow. Like it knew. Everyone who commented on my post about the episode, gone. Accounts deleted. Threads wiped clean. Like they never existed. That DM from before, the one that warned me, came back. Just 2 words this time. Told you. I've been uploading this from a burner account because my main one, it's not safe anymore. My emails vanish as soon as I write them. Files disappear from my hard drive, even when I keep them offline. If you're watching this and you don't see me post tomorrow, you'll know why. Because here's the part that scares me the most. That episode is still out there. Somewhere. Hiding in dusty attics. Buried on forgotten hard drives. Waiting for someone curious enough to press play. And once you do, it doesn't let go. If you've ever seen something like this, comment below. We need to talk. Because I can't be the only one. I won't be the only one. But don't search for it. Seriously. Some doors should never be opened. If this video disappears, you'll know why. And if you hear a knock after midnight, don't answer it. Trust me, it's already too late for me.